Welcome back, y'all, to another one of my video game reviews. Before I even get started, yes, I had to pull out my Nicktoons shirt because we're going to be reviewing Nicktoons Racing for the PC, PlayStation, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, and the arcade. Since I did a review on Cartoon Network Racing in 2016, why not do a review on Nicktoons Racing? Even though Nicktoons Racing came out before Cartoon Network Racing, that's the game that we're going to be reviewing today. So without wasting any more time, let's get right into this review. Nicktoons Racing is a Nickelodeon crossover racing video game. It was developed by Pipe Dream Software Creations and Crawfish Interactive. It was published by Chicago Gaming, Hasbro Interactive, and Infogrames Interactive for the PlayStation, PC, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, and the arcade. It was released between 2000 and 2003. The Game Boy Color in 2000, the PlayStation in 2001, the Game Boy Advance in 2002, and the arcade in 2003. The plot of Nicktoons Racing. Various Nickelodeon characters each received letter invitations to compete in a Grand Prix for the top prize, the Krusty Krab Big Bun Award. The host of the competition and the individual that sent the invitations is an unseen unknown driver dubbed as the Mystery Driver, which the participating racers are challenged to beat as well as each other. Gameplay. Nicktoons Racing's gameplay format plays similar, or as people say, is a ripoff to the Mario Kart series and Crash Team Racing, except the racetracks and characters are based on Nickelodeon's 90s Nicktoons. Yeah, all these Nicktoons that are in this game premiered on Nickelodeon between 1991 and 1999. They all came out in the 90s. The best era of Nickelodeon Nicktoons. We have characters from Rugrats, The Ren and Stimpy Show, I Real Monsters, Hey Arnold, Angry Beavers, The Wild Thornberrys, Cat Dog, and SpongeBob. For Rugrats, we have the Pickles cousins, Tommy and Angelica. For Ren and Stimpy, we have Stimson J. Cat, aka Stimpy. I Real Monsters, we have Ickis. Hey Arnold, Arnold Shortman, and Helica G. Pataki. The Angry Beavers, Daggett and Norbert Beaver. Cat Dog, Cat and Dog. The Wild Thornberrys, Darwin Thornberry and Eliza Thornberry. And SpongeBob SquarePants, of course, SpongeBob himself and Patrick Star. They have various game modes for both single player and multiplayer, such as Cups, Time Trial, Versus, Race for Fun, and Lee-Ray Race, as well as bonus matches. The positive about Nicktoons Racing, it has a variety of Nicktoons characters from different 90s Nicktoons, as well as the storyline, which is fantastic. The negative about Nicktoons Racing is none of the voice actors of all the characters came back to reprise their roles. They pretty much use audio clips from episodes of these Nicktoons shows, acting like the voice actors have voiced their characters, which is a very disappointment. So they couldn't get E.G. Daily, Cheryl Chase, Billy West, Charlie Adler, Spencer Klein, Francesca Marie Smith, Richard Horviz, Nick Bakay, Jim Cummings, Tom Kenny, Lacey Chabert, Tom Kane, Bill Fagerbakke, and Doug Lawrence to reprise their characters. See, in Cartoon Network Racing, they had all the voice actors come back to reprise their roles, but they couldn't do it in Nicktoons Racing. Another negative about Nicktoons Racing is that there was going to be more unlockable characters in the game, but they pretty much got scrapped. And the characters that was going to be in this game were Doug Funny, Phil and Lil DeVille from Rugrats, Ren Hoak, Oblina from Our Real Monsters, Harold and Sid from Hey Arnold, and Auto Rocket from Rocket Power. I kind of understand why they couldn't put Doug Funny in this game, because around this time, Doug was already owned by Disney. Because remember, the first 4 seasons of Doug aired on Nickelodeon, and then the last 3 seasons aired on ABC's Disney's One Saturday Morning. So, even though at that time Doug was owned by Disney, Doug is still part of the Nicktoons family. So screw Disney for owning him, and it sucks that Doug was not going to be in this game. If Disney did not own Doug between the mid-late 90s, I'm sure Doug would have been in the Nicktoons Racing video game. If you was going to add the DeVille twins, Phil and Lil, why not add Chucky Finster and Susie Carmichael? That way you could have all the Rugrats babies and Angelica and Susie. Ren and Stimpy were always together. Seeing Stimpy in the Nickelodeon video game as a playable character without Ren is weird as hell. Now you can see why they made that episode of Ren and Stimpy called Stimpy's Fan Club, because people like Stimpy more than they like Ren. Don't get me wrong, I like Stimpy, but I think Ren deserves more recognition. And if you was going to add Oblina from Our Real Monsters, you already got Ickis. Why not add not just Oblina, but also add Crumb, so you can have the 3 main characters of Our Real Monsters in the game? And it kind of makes sense that Auto Rocket was going to be in the game, but they also could have added Sam Dullard, Reggie Rocket, and Twister Rodriguez instead of just Auto Rocket. And okay, you was going to add Harold and Sid, but not Gerald, Arnold's best friend? What? Can we at least add some black cartoon characters in a racing game for once? I'm just saying. That's what I don't like about society nowadays. They always got to be racist. But that sucks that these Nicktoons characters that I mentioned that was going to be in the game as unlockable characters got scrapped. The game only has, what, 13 or 14 playable characters? I'm sure you all know who the mystery driver is. If you haven't played the game, then I don't want to spoil for you on who is the mystery driver. So, my final thoughts about Nicktoons Racing is that Nicktoons Racing is an okay game, but I think they pretty much were rushing this game. I wish they could have took their time with this. And I wish they did not scrap the characters that was going to be in the game as unlockable characters. And it sucks that they did not add characters from Rocko's Modern Life. I mean, Rocko's Modern Life is also another 90s Nicktoon that they could have added to the game, but sadly they didn't. So Nicktoons Racing gets a fair rating of a 7 out of 10. So that's going to be my review on Nicktoons Racing. My next 3 video game reviews, we're going to be reviewing wrestling games, and all 3 of these games will be 20 years old. Next month, we're reviewing WWE Raw 2 for the Xbox. September, we're reviewing WrestleMania 19. And in October, we're going to be reviewing WWE SmackDown Here Comes the Pain. But first, we're going to focus on the next review coming in August. WWE Raw 2 for the Xbox. I know the 20th anniversary is on my dad's birthday, but we're going to review it a month early because I want to review WrestleMania 19 during its anniversary month, which is September. And I want to upload that review on the actual 20th anniversary, which is September the 8th of WrestleMania 19. So let me know what y'all think about my review of Nicktoons Racing. Thank y'all for watching. Have yourselves a good night and take care. Play stupid games. Win stupid prizes. No more talk.